What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat251 here, bringing you some more Halloween-themed stuff, alright? So here we got Train Ride, SFM Creepypasta by Necroseph. Alright, I've done some of their stuff before. And this one is another one called Hunted, and this is by Super Static Pro. I've also done some of their stuff. So we're starting off with Train Ride. So let's get this party started. Let's go. Oh, crap. That looks like a hunter. Train Ride.
It had been a long, tiring day at work. It was quiet as I waited alone for the train.
Oh, shit. This is why I have a car.
It was just a bit after midnight, and so dark that I could only see the square foot around me that the small light illuminated from above. Fortunately, I wasn't stuck waiting long for the train. Eagerly, I ran in the second the doors opened.
Yeah.
There were only
Freaking
two other
out.
men in the compartment. Not unusual for this time of night. The place reeked of smoke from the older man huffing on his cigarette.
That's a
He took
cigar.
another long drag of it and watched me as I came in and took my seat.
This is definitely an old story
I
because
sat
they don't let you do that
I
shit
looked up
anymore.
at the other man, sitting across from the smoker. He was only about 5 seats away, but his face was hidden by his hood, so I had trouble making out his features.
It was a hunter.
His eyes, though, I could see them clearly. One was normal, but the other was red, where it should have been white. He stared shamelessly back at me with a tight, almost pained expression. I nodded at him, trying to break the tension, but he just continued to stare at me. So I looked out the
Creepy.
window, trying to ignore his gaze, but I could still feel his eyes on me. The train lights began to flicker and went out for a moment.
Sorry, folks.
Said a voice over the static of the PA.
We're gonna get maintenance on that in the morning. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Dude, as if things weren't bad enough, you gotta make it
My
creepier.
stomach dropped, and I struggled to control my breathing.
Yeah.
I reminded myself that there was no reason to be afraid of the dark. I was a grown man, a tax-paying adult who... Oh, thank God. The lights came back on. I hadn't even realized my eyes were shut tight. Sighing, I opened them to see the man's unsettling eyes staring directly into mine, from only 2 seats away. Bewildered, I looked over at the older man who hadn't moved from his seat. He took another drag from his cigarette and coughed, acting like nothing had happened. The train rumbled down the tracks. I was afraid to look back at the red-eyed man. I didn't want to. I didn't want to move or even breathe. I tried to convince myself that the whole thing was in my mind. Maybe I was just tired from a long day of work. Maybe I was just paranoid and he wasn't even looking at me. The lights flickered again and went out.
Oh, shit.
I held my breath, waiting for the lights to come back. After a moment, they did. But the man... he was in the seat next to mine. His face only a few inches away from me. I leaned back. "What the hell is your problem? What are you doing?" He didn't respond. Instead, the smoker angrily said,
Look, kid, if you wanted me to put out the cigarette, you could have asked nicely, alright?
"Not you, man. This guy."
What guy?
The smoker stared at me for a second, confused.
It's, just you and me in here, kid. You alright?
The red-eyed man hadn't moved or responded at all. Then the lights went out again.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't resist that shit. Oh, you knew it. It's Halloween, man. You guys knew it had to be coming. All right. All right, so we got another one. We got Hunted. All right, let's see. This is, of course, by Super Static Pro. All right, so let's What the hell? What is
And
wrong
scope
with this piece of
attachment.
shit?
God. One of the wooden plank. Again, my life. And
Okay, let's go. There we go. Now it's working. Piece of crap. Can't wait till I have enough money saved up for my new rig. It's gonna look so awesome. I'm gonna do an unboxing of it and everything. Hunted. Is this the one where the guy was in his hunting tower when he saw somebody dragging a body? Is that the story here? I've heard that creepypasta before.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard. I was hiding in the tower I had built about a decade ago. In case anyone's wondering,
Papyrus.
I of course had a night vision scope attachment. I guess I'm what you would consider a hardcore hunter. I don't want to bore you with the unnecessary story prolonging details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story sounds far-fetched and crazy, it is nothing but the truth. And I, in a way, actually consider myself lucky that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So, while I was sitting in the tower waiting for movement, it finally
I may have done this video already, but I don't care.
I took aim and found the source. But it wasn't at all a hog, or any kind of animal I was expecting. It was a person, a man wearing all black. Black sweatpants, black shoes, and a black hoodie with the hood over his head. But that wasn't the freakiest part. He was dragging a sack behind him. My heart started racing. I was pretty sure I was witnessing this guy trying to bury a body. I continued to watch him, but then he slowed down, and I swear to God, it looked as if he turned his head up to me. I ducked down under the wooden walls of the tower, shaking in my boots. Yes, I had a gun, but just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying.
No, it isn't.
I lay low, praying to God that he hadn't seen me. It wouldn't make sense if he could, though. It's practically pitch black out here, or at least that was my logic. Seconds felt like an eternity as I waited for the footsteps in the leaves to move elsewhere, but I didn't hear any footsteps. All I heard was the sound of a foot hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower. I felt the entire tower vibrate and shake as there were 2 more steps moving up the ladder. At this point, I was asking myself deep down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there decided not to climb all the way up, as I heard them jump back down to the forest ground and began dragging the sack away. I think I stayed frozen like a statue for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again. The coast seemed clear. I had to get home and warn the police immediately.
Yeah.
I hopped over the ledge and descended down the ladder. I turned on my pocket flashlight, which in hindsight was a stupid move considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps crunching the leaves from behind me. I took a look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from my face.
Whoa!
I spun around and shot him in the shoulder. I stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish my dash to my house. Again, in hindsight, I should have held him hostage somehow, but that doesn't even matter now.
Shoot him in the balls. That is
I
an
called
old
the
ass
police,
cordless
who showed
phone.
up within 15 minutes with a whole search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him. There was a faint yet noticeable blood trail spilled onto the leaves, which led past the body bag, which the cops seized, and eventually right to the maniac, who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jinkwen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know I won't forget this one for the rest of my life, and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
The end. Hunted. Alright. Apples. Did you find all the Easter eggs? No, I probably didn't. You guys point out some of the Easter eggs to me, would you? In the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed those little bits of Halloween. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just can't resist. I can't resist it in a creepy, scary video. Come on, guys, and bring me more. Bring me more scary videos. More. I want more scary videos. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Happy Halloween. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Of course, click on the link to both videos down in the description and get down to both creators and subscribe to them. I'll see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.